on to the rest of Nite Line. We're just pleased that the Lord is in the house and we sense His presence. And people are calling in their prayer needs, and I want to encourage you to continue to do that because we're praying over these, aren't we? And we're thanking the Lord for blessing and meeting the needs of all the precious people that are here on Nite Line from time to time. But with me right now is a very good friend of mine. I've been knowing a number of years, but I'm so glad to see him right here with me, Reverend Ray Buchanan. And with him is a friend that is Reverend Jimmy Heaton. Is that right?
That's correct.
And is he an associate?
Associate
He's
pastor.
right there with the associate pastor. Oh, good.
Yeah.
Well, good. Well, two pastors sitting there, well, that works good.
We're in good company, aren't we?
Good company. That's right. But Reverend Ray Buchanan, I've been knowing you a good while.
More years than we care to remember.
Good many years, had it been. But you've been pastoring. Tell us something about the ministry that you're in and what you're planning to do.
Well, I'm glad you gave me a little chance to tell about my ministry.
Sure, I want you to.
I was born on a mill village, and right now I'm pastoring on a mill village.
Oh,
So I know a little bit about the mill village, born and raised there.
now,
But the mill villages aren't the same today as they were back then. Everybody that lived on a mill village had a job. You had to have work in the mill to live there.
right.
But now they don't have a job. And when we are pastoring at Lydia Pentecostal Holiness
That's where
Church,
you're pastoring, Lydia. I'm
in-
sorry I
in
didn't say
Clinton.
that. Clinton, South Carolina.
when I'm down there talking to these fine people that have asked me to come down and be their pastor for a while,
Oh,
talking to them, and something I learned years ago in a seminar, that people don't care how much you know. They want to know how much you care.
that's a good way to put it.
And I said, I want these people in the Lydia area to know that we care. So we started out almost immediately talking, and that was back in January, about having a big fun day. And that fun day is coming up this Saturday.
Oh,
Yes. We have some rides, things that the kids, mostly for kids now, that they can do, and we're going to hopefully give them some airplane rides.
oh,
Some of them probably never get a chance to get on an airplane again, but we want them to have a chance this time.
all
And
right.
we've got all that lined up. It's a little bit difficult to explain all about it, but I will when we get down there, be able to explain it. But we got things going, and I mentioned this to the church board when we first started talking. I said, now, I want it to all be given to them. I don't want them to come in here and think we're asking them for something. We want to give back to our community. So we're having them come in and just ride some they're not rides, they're these bouncy things.
Yes, bouncy houses.
And
I think I
slides
love,
and
yeah.
all that, things we didn't have when I was a kid. Okay. But that I don't know what to call them, so I'll call them bouncy things.
But it works,
So
doesn't
we're
it?
gonna have them, for them to jump up and down and play on, and we're gonna have some games for them to play, and we're gonna talk to them some about the Lord.
Praise
We're
God.
not just gonna give them stuff. We're gonna try to give them something better than what we're giving them. That's the Lord. He's the answer
amen.
for all of their problems,
Amen.
like He's been for all of our problems.
Yes.
And as we work toward this and get into it, this is going to be a small one. I believe the next year will be even greater than this one. And we plan to make it an annual affair that we're going to work with our community and see what we can do to help pull it out of the area that it's in. When you go ride down through there now, there's an empty house here, an empty house there. There's a torn down house here. There's a raggedy house there. So it's kind of depressing, and we want to do what we can to help bring it out. There's a lot of good folks live down there,
Wow.
and we're doing our best to
Sure.
get something going. But our main thrust in the church is to offer them Jesus Christ.
Oh,
He,
yes.
he is the answer to all our problems, and we want to push him.
How
Now-
long have you been there? And that,
Well, officially, I've been their pastor since January, wasn't it?
Since then.
I was I was kind of a interim pastor for 2 months before that.
oh,
But really, I've been going down there about a year now
have you? Well,
Yeah.
that's good.
and preaching for them and helping them out. And they have just been wonderful.
Well, that's
They-
good.
They have been some of the most precious people that we've ever had. They are just top notch. I tell them, this is what I think the Lord wants us to do. And this man right here,
Yes.
he just gets on it and he just tells the folks, this is what we're going to do. So we've just about remodeled the whole church and getting everything lined up, and it's basically him that's doing it.
Oh, really?
We have a good working relationship.
Praise
He
God
does
for
all the
that.
visiting, I do most all the preaching.
Oh. Well, that's a good way.
Timmy, you want to say something?
A good way.
It is a good working relationship. I think the Lord is going to do something, Lydia. It's kind of hard to explain, but I come to the Lord when I was 23 years old, and I've been serving Him ever since then, and I'm fixing to turn 69. But I have taught the Word for 45 years in Sunday school and different places, and I've filled in for a pastor here and there when somebody would be gone and they would need someone and couldn't get anybody to fill in. I've kind of filled in that way. But about a year and a half ago, the Lord just began to impress upon me to go into full-time ministry. And I thought, Lord, you know, do I really understand you right? Because, you know, I'm retired. I'm past 65. I'm retired. But I kept feeling that, and I'm feeling that, so I have followed through with it. And people sometimes ask me, you know, what is the deal? I mean, are you sure this is the Lord? And I said, well, I'm as sure as I can be, you know, without Him just vocally speaking to me with a loud voice. I'm as sure as I can be. And then I get to thinking, you know, I said, well, he waited late in life to call Moses. He waited late in life to call Abraham, so I certainly ain't in their category, but I just assume he waited late in life to call me to this particular ministry. But I have found it very fulfilling, and we do have a good working relationship. I think it's going to be a positive thing for the church.
Well, that's wonderful.
Yes,
That's
amen.
good. I like to hear when some this get up and go is is in your testimony. You really want to see it happen.
Amen.
You want to see something really happen there.
We are also working on a community-wide revival.
Oh,
Praise
that's
God.
what
Every
we all
Sunday
need.
night is going to be our thing during the month of October. Our church, the Church of God in Lydia, the Baptist Church,
Yes.
all of us are working toward that.
Praise
We'll
God.
have a different preacher preaching every Sunday night, all
Oh.
the churches coming together.
Oh, that'll be great.
We are trying to do something to show people we're all concerned and we all want to do our part to lead this community to where it needs to go.
Yeah.
I'm going to be doing some of the preaching. Jimmy's going to do one night, and I'm going to do a night, and the Church of God man's going to do a night, and the Baptist man's going to do a night. So we're going to get through that.
Oh, that's good.
I'm anxious. You know, we don't get to hear these other preachers, so I'm anxious to hear them.
Well, that sounds good.
Yeah.
Oh, I know that there's a lot of effort put forth from time to time to try to get something going. But I'd like to see a good breakthrough, wouldn't you, with
Amen.
revival,
Yes,
revival.
That's right.
We're praying for it.
Amen.
Amen. I'd like to see
Well,
it
I'd like
happen.
to see it start with y'all and then move on around. Go all
Oh,
around.
keep going.
Just
Right.
keep us revived and get everybody involved. That'd be amazing.
It
Amazing.
would. It would.
Greta, for several years, these churches that he mentioned have gotten together once a quarter when there was a fifth Sunday in the quarter. We would get together for a community singing, and we would rotate the churches where we had it, but all the churches participated in the singing at the different churches. And that's how we began this. And they've been a couple of times that we've gotten together for a joint Thanksgiving service at Thanksgiving. And now we feel like we're ready for a joint revival, and so we are pursuing that as well.
Good. Sounds good to me. Yeah.
Well, maybe after it's over with, I can come back and tell you how good it was.
That would
That'd
be
be good,
great.
yeah. Or tell
That
us
would
it's
be
still
good.
going on, that
Well,
revival's still going
yeah.
on.
That's what we want.
Amen.
Yeah, you will promise to let us know what
I will
things get-
promise to let you know
the
somehow.
fire gets burning there. You'll let us know about
We'll
it.
all go down and join in the fire.
Oh, it sounds good, but I really, it's serious. It's a serious matter because
It is.
it's the Lord's work, and we want to see Him taking the lead
Yes, amen.
and doing the work.
And by the way, we're going to feed them too.
We're going to
Sounds
feed
good.
them.
Now,
Okay.
it's going to be a good hot dog dinner.
Oh, well, that sounds like it's inviting. That's inviting, I'll tell you that for sure. But I like to hear people say that they're in love with the Lord to that extent that they want to do what they feel like is the right thing to do.
Yes.
And the Lord's leading you to do it.
Well, Greta, when I first started talking about it, I told the board, we won't take any money out of the treasure. And thus far, the people have donated money, and it doesn't look like we're going to take anything out of the treasure.
Well, praise God.
God's just blessing the people's just volunteering
That's
to
what-
bring
isn't
in
that
what we
wonderful?
need to bring in.
That is wonderful, yes. Well, I'm glad to hear that, and hopefully that the next time that we can have you with us, that we'll have a testimony of victory. And that's what we need, surely, for sure. Well, I think we have another song coming up, don't we, for the program? This has been a good day, and I thank the Lord for His presence that has just swept across the place. And I thank you for coming and sharing with us.
Thank you for having us.
Yes.
And I hope that you'll just keep on keeping on and getting the work done for the Lord. Accomplish the work that you feel like the Lord's laid it on your heart. You wouldn't have come there and just made a trip here if you had not felt this, would you?
That's right.
You felt the need of it.
Yes, ma'am.
And I am glad you did. And like I said, I hope you'll come back again and share with us.
We'll sure do it.
We appreciate the opportunity.
And we'll all join together in praying with you and for you in all of this. The Lord bless you. Well, it just means so much to know that we can do something for the Lord.
Amen.
If He, sometimes we just sit around and wait for something to happen. But it doesn't happen like that all the time, does it? We have to do some moving. And I know it kind of hits us all, but sometimes we have to do it.
It's like our sister was saying a while ago, if the Lord tells us to do something, do
Right.
it.
Do it.
And that's one thing I've been talking to my church about. Hear the word of the Lord. He said, my sheep know my voice.
Yes,
And we're supposed to know it. When He tells us to do something, do it.
absolutely.
That's how things are accomplished.
Absolutely. Well, thank you so much for coming and the blessing that
We
We
thank you for having
you've
us.
shared with us. We appreciate it. We're going to have Reagan now to sing Reagan Trip. Reagan Creek it is, not Trip. Raven. Well, I'll get it straight in a little bit. Rabon Creek, okay. And they're singing Leaning on Everlasting Arms and Let Me Tell You About Jesus. That's two good songs. Thank you.
What a fellowship, what a joy to find leaning on the everlasting arms. What a blessedness, what a on the everlasting arms. We're leaning on the everlasting arms. Let me tell you about Jesus and what he's done for me. How he saved a poor lost sinner. Now my soul has been set free. On the labor in the valley with my load so hard to bear, I just lift my eyes to Jesus and go to him in prayer. Let me tell you about Jesus and what he's done for me. How he saved a poor lost sinner. Now my soul has been set free. He has given many blessings, caused my heart to overflow. And I know he watches o'er me, walks with me where'er I go. Let me tell you about Jesus and what he's done for me. How he saved a poor lost sinner. Now my soul has been set free. What a miracle we were given some 2,000 years ago. God the Father sent him to us, all because he loved us so. Let me tell you about Jesus and what he's done for me. How he saved a poor lost sinner. Now my soul has been set free. Let me tell you about Jesus and what he's done for me. How he saved a poor lost sinner. Now my soul has been set free.
All right, I tell you, that's a family of music, isn't it?
Wonderful.
I know it.
It
And
sure is.
they're playing those instruments, and just what a blessing they are. And perhaps they'll be able to come over here on the set with us. You know, I don't know, we don't have many minutes left here,
Right.
but the Lord has blessed it. I'm just noticing the lady loves the singing tonight, and well, she even says I look all right.
Oh, well, good. Well, you always look all right.
Well, bless. I appreciate that. It says, love the Rabon Creek singers. And
amen.
such a beautiful family, they're saying. Rabon Creek. Really enjoyed their singing. And the woman said she prayed with you as we prayed together.
Praise God.
That's good,
Yes,
isn't it?
amen. Yes, it
Beautiful.
is.
Well, they're just sitting here with me, and I appreciate that. I know that you're not mic'd up or anything, are you? So you're just there, and I appreciate it. I just want to tell you,
Well, thank y'all for having us
you're
tonight.
going to have to come again sometime.
All righty, just let me know. It's such an honor to come. It
All right.
really, truly is. We always enjoy it, and we always have
Yeah.
a good time when we come.
Well, that's good. That's good. I know, and it just seems like you singing. Well, I know you were singing good when you were here before.
Oh, well,
but
thank you, ma'am.
But you're learning a lot of different songs, aren't you?
We try to find things that have good preaching in them. We want to have a good message with what we do, because if the message isn't there and it's not the right message, then it probably is not worth doing. So we want to make sure we got the right
You're
message.
right.
You got the right message in there, then it'll
And
it'll go.
Right.
The
it's
Lord
a good message.
takes care of us. He blesses us so much. I've been so blessed to have this family. I could just go on and on all night how blessed I am to have this family.
And what about that?
I'm telling you, I'm so blessed.
They're
just don't know.
precious.
Yes,
And they
are.
look so dressed up and so, I just, I don't know what to say. I love them so much. I really thank the Lord for them. They're doing a good job. And they were here, was it last year or the year
Yes,
before?
ma'am.
Last year?
It
Some-
seems
I
like we
know-
make it every, at least once a year. I think we normally get up this way.
Okay.
But like I say, we honored to be asked. When you guys always call us, I'm just tickled. I go around smiling all the rest of the day. I really do.
Well, are you doing having a lot of bookings?
Yes, ma'am. We stay pretty busy. I think this time of year, it seems to be the homecomings and revivals are starting, which is great because we love homecomings and we love revivals. We love to
there's
get in on
nothing
that.
like it. A good
That good
revival.
preaching, man. Whoa, whoa.
And the good food when you
Oh, well,
have-
I'm a Baptist, so the food, is a big part of it, of course. But got to have fried chicken and all that stuff.
That's right, potato salad and all
Yeah,
that,
oh,
macaroni and
yeah,
cheese.
yeah.
All right.
The Lord's he's been working so much in my family. So blessed. My family's been doing good. My dad's had a few struggles, but the Lord's been blessing us. And of course, I just want to tell you that my boy, I'm just so excited about it. He felt called, Jonathan there my middle boy, felt called to preach when he was 11. And, 11-year-olds, sometimes you just don't know whether you need to take them serious or not. But
You're talking about the one right there?
yeah, my first boy down there, the oldest one.
The
he's,
11?
called to preach. And
Praise
he's
God.
13 now, of course.
he's
But
13.
He's 13?
I know, I said that.
Well,
he got an
bless him.
opportunity to preach at our little home church. I guess it's been almost a month ago now, and
I did not
I think
know
he
that
stood
was
up. The
happening.
Lord put it on him to do a good job, and he
praise
really
God.
did. I'm real blessed.
That's marvelous.
have
It
him.
really is.
Yes, such a blessing.
Oh, it's just
And
wonderful.
he
Lord's
looks
been-
just like he's ready to go to preaching. He's all dressed up and he's just got that look on him, like he's ready ready to go.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah, I think his mama's she's the one that keeps us color coordinated and takes care of us. So
well,
She
behind
did an
every good-
awesome job, I can
behind
tell
every
you
good
that.
thing, there's a good woman
I just
taking care
think
of
you
it.
dress so neatly. You really
Uh-huh.
are. And I don't know. Whenever he starts the preaching, you let me know, because I want to get him on here someday. He's already preaching.
Well, he got opportunity. I think he's got 2 under his belt.
Oh, really?
So blessed that when I guess young preachers, when they start preaching, it's good to preach anywhere. You get the experience,
That's
and
right, that's
you
true.
get to praying
yes.
and asking the Lord to give you something to preach, give you
That's-
something to
yeah.
preach. So
Right.
I just I've been feeling like they're all God's kids,
Right.
Yeah,
and they're really
right.
His. But
Right.
I feel like the Lord's got some big things in store for Him.
praise
He
God.
really does.
Praise
I believe that too. I really do.
But I was just a proud papa, of course, hearing him preach.
Well, you should be. You should
We
be.
Videoed it, so we
Oh.
posted the video on
Oh,
our
my
website on
goodness.
YouTube. They can get the link
my.
right off our home Rabon Creek website if they like to hear that. That'd be great. I'd be honored
Well,
for people to go listen to it.
Will
and
it
give
be
us-
all right sometime not too far away that he can come and preach a little here on the program?
I'm sure he'd love that. I'm sure he would.
All right, we'll count on that.
Would you do that? Will you do it?
He will.
Well,
He doesn't get nervous.
well,
Oh,
now
He's
that's
a-
got to be a God thing.
Yeah.
God has given you that. So that is a wonderful blessing to have.
Yeah.
Sure
Well,
is.
our time's running out here, but it's just so good to be with you, and I thank you for coming to be with
Yes,
us.
thank you.
Thank y'all for
And,
having us.
and just keep trusting the Lord, all right?
Appreciate it.
We
Thank you.
love you. Thank you.